guys, PigBenis here. How's everybody doing? We're not going on a mining run. We're just gonna kind of do like a question and answer type of thing here today. I haven't really dropped too many probes or gone hunting. In fact, I was doing a little hunting last night, a little Soch hunt. It was quite fun. For a while. And then I kind of gave up on it. But we'll do some question and answer. And as you guys know, I want to try to do this from time to time, and whatever's in my inbox on YouTube or recent comments on the channels, every once in a while I'll really take a look at, and we'll try to answer, as many as possible that we can fit to a video. The reason why I'm not doing a mining run, because I usually do a mining run in the back, is because I'm saving my pet up for a couple of purchases, and if you guys could just keep an eye out for me, and there's like a finder's fee included, not a fee, but a finder's bonus. Yeah, I'm gonna charge you to find me some items. Nah, it's not gonna work like that. So, like, I'm looking for an adjusted Genesis extractor. That's one. I'm having one hell of a time finding one. I know there is 2 or 3 other miners out there right now also looking for the same extractor. I'm also considering purchasing an unlimited 1 or an unlimited 2 amp. So if anybody sees those, let me know. If I end up purchasing one of them, then yeah, I end up giving you 50 ped. So yeah, I'm looking for those 2 items, and I'm just kind of holding off doing any other activity here while my pet card slowly gets inflated. So let's go on to the auctions here. Not the auction. What the hell am I saying? The questions. I'm not going to mention the names. I don't think I do. Do I? I don't even remember. One question is, it's actually in my inbox. I get a lot of inbox questions as opposed to comments. So you may or may not see these on some of the videos. This guy's asking about, he just started mining. He was using a little big mining log, and he's also asking if I use it and if I would use it and make a guide for a little bit of mining log. And no, I won't. And it's just a matter of preference. I think little big mining log is pretty good for beginner miners, as far as spacing your drops and doing other things, so that you're not overlapping and wasting ped. But this time, like, I've been doing this for a long time. A lot of you have. It's just another program to run in the background. It's just, more lag for me. And I just won't even really consider running it. I do run other programs in the background, not necessarily to assist me in Entropia Universe, but to do other things. So, that's that. And I'm sure, users of Little Big Mining Log could throw together a tutorial video for that. This comment was left on a Don't Starve video, but it is an Entropia based comment. And it says, "Pig, I don't mean to barge into your business, and if this is personal, you don't have to answer." I will, it's no biggie, I've been playing Entropia a while, and I've donated $30 into the game. I was wondering how much you have donated over the years you played it. If it's too personal, you can leave it unanswered. I've answered this before in a number of videos, actually. Initially, it was pretty much like a couple of grand, and it was pretty much because I didn't know what exactly I was doing until I really started figuring out, markup is key and timing and everything else. And on that note, I've got a ton of hunting skills, and for a while I was a successful hunter back from like 2008 to 2010, and then I kind of switched over to mining. Now, at that time, I did do a bunch of mining. I think my first tower was maybe 2008 or 2010. I don't remember, but I didn't understand it enough, or fully enough like I do today, as I was spending most of my time, hunting theft voids and argonauts and stuff. But that was a completely different time period in Entropia history. Things were very different back then. You know, you could put humongous amps on tiny guns without penalty. You know, mining was slightly different as well. So, all right, let's move on. Moving on. Someone left a comment on one of my older videos, Enormous Star Particles, 3.6K Ped, Entropia Universe Hoff, and he asks, what amp am I using? That's a very good question. I thought I mentioned it in that video, but it probably a level 5, maybe a level 7 actually. Alright, someone thanks me on the mining depth theory video. Thank you very much. Okay, here's a good one. Looks like an inbox question. At the moment, I mine more or less PvP4. Of course, I want the Pyrite or Hemi, the good stuff. So here's my question: how come sometimes I get it like every claim, and then sometimes never? I've been using D-Class level 5 and level 2. Do you have any tips that would be helpful? Are there spots of Pyrite? There's actually a couple different like sections of PvP4 that kind of spawns Pyrite. It's been a long time since I've been in PvP4, so maybe a seasoned PvP4 can answer this as far as the sections are concerned. But it used to be like there's actually a couple dry areas that, if I remember correctly. So, but like it's, you know, Pyrite and Hemi is just like any other ore spawn. Sometimes it's here, sometimes you're gonna hit Liz, sometimes you're gonna hit Bell. It depends, I guess, you know, on what the sine wave of that ore is that day. You know, it's almost like, take a look at Chinook Valley and how the ore spawns in Chinook Valley. Sometimes all you're hitting is List, and then some days all you're hitting is Gaz and Belk. Like, you know, sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. It's the same thing in PvP4. So, you know, just mine when you're hitting Pyrite. It's that easy. PigBenis, can you tell me when is a good time to buy a flying vehicle like the Sleipnir? Or the VTOL, as I call it. They're pretty cheap. Saw one for like 15 Ped, but do all something to worry about. When should I buy one? Right now. Just go out and buy one. I mean, if you're mining, and it doesn't have to be a VTOL. It could be anything. Just go out and get something. I prefer the VTOL because I like to mine in a lot of mountainous terrains. Especially like on Arcadia and Cali. Some of my favorite spots are like basically kind of crunched up in the mountains, or mountainous in tree-ridden terrain. So I just think it's easier to go in a VTOL than it is, say, a quad. Actually, I do use a quad every once in a while, or like, you know, the MK Explorer, the hover pod. What else we got here? You know, anything else? Don't buy a helicopter. Don't buy a helicopter. I'll save you some Ped right now. They're very difficult to maneuver, and you'll be very happy that you purchase a VTOL. We're just kind of cruising along here, guys. Like I said, oh, there's one of those spaceships. That's pretty cool. I think that's a client thing. I don't think that you can actually see that in game. Ditch the boat. Alright, and don't worry about the oil in a vehicle either. It's so minimal. You hardly spend any. I think I replied to your comment there, Kyle. And I usually keep like under 5 Ped of oil in each one of my vehicles. And even then, it lasts a long time, so. Someone commented on Mining With PigBenis Hell Part 11. Woo! First time I seen you die, Pig. Learn to play. Yeah, I think that's the only time you see me die in an Entropia video. Is that I don't even remember what I got whipped to death by a succubi or something. Another one. They really need more marketing. I've been playing MMOs for years and never heard of this game. They're doing it right now, man. They're doing it right now. Go to the gateway. There's a ton of people coming in. In fact, they had mentioned it something on PCF about all the people coming in and almost crashed in the Atlantis server. It's kind of funny. It's like a really good problem to have for them. Let's see what else. This game is so confusing. Mining with PigBenis level 5 explained that video. It's, I mean, it's really not. I mean, I don't think so anyway. The controls are a little wonky. If you're new and watching this, the controls are a little wonky. You get used to it just like anything else. But, you know, a lot of these videos somewhat kind of get technical, and it's not necessarily what you have to do in game. You could just enjoy it. Okay, here's one. Yo, PB, glad to see that see that you're doing the tutorials. You're already known on YouTube, and people have watched so many of your tutorials. It'll be easy for them to understand. So thank you. If you guys haven't seen the tutorials, please check out Entropia Universe's official channel. I think there's about 4 or 5 of the tutorials up already. There's quite a bit more coming, and there may even be more after that. I don't know. A lot of good comments. And again, they're really just there to help beginner players. They're kind of like beginner player guides. So a lot of the older players may not understand why Monarch's doing it, but it is to assist the newer players. And if you guys have any sort of comments or questions or something that you would like to see in a tutorial, then please post a comment on their channel. I know a lot of people posted comments about the key bindings and how I didn't put it in the first video. But we really wanted to streamline the process and get the players playing. And the key bindings are something we're looking at right now as far as a tutorial is concerned. I think one of the reasons why we didn't put it in there is because quite a few people just kind of play the game as is, and they don't change the key bindings around. What's very interesting in my time in Entropia is a lot of the players, even now, some of the older experienced players, well, not older experienced, but, well, I just could put my foot in my mouth there, but like players that have been playing for a couple months now, they still don't know that they can swing the camera around, or, you know, or, you know, move the camera angles or reset or any of that. So it's something that really needed to get out there and get done. So we're probably gonna revisit that whole key binding thing, because a lot of comments were about that. And also there's a lot of comments, or not a lot actually, there's a few, I'll say a few, because there's a lot of very good positive comments, and then there's a few comments about how did, you know, why did MindArk pick me, and, you know, the PigBenis name, you know, why would they use that to display their brand. But and apparently a couple people are offended, quote unquote. Like, seriously, guys, I mean, if you're offended by my name, maybe you shouldn't turn on the internet or the TV or even go outside, because there's a lot more offensive things out there than PigBenis. So but that's all I gotta say about that. It's a great experience, and I'm glad that, you know, MindArk chose a player to do it. You know, had it not been me or, you know, someone else, it still would have been a good thing for them to do. You know, get in touch with the community. I know why they did pick me. They watched my videos, and you know, I guess they find me a good commentator rather, and the player or the subscriber base is pretty big too that I have, which is just awesome. You know, that's all thanks to you guys for hanging in there and subscribing and watching videos and stuff. So thanks for bringing up the Entropia Universe videos. I'm not gonna really talk about too much of them. I'm just gonna, like, in the next couple of videos, I'll probably just say that, hey, you know, there's a new video up if you guys should check it out. These videos definitely get better as they progress, and I think you're gonna see that they will get more and more refined. I spent a lot of time on, especially the ones towards the end, and we sold something on auction. You don't want to see what it is. I'm not going to show you what it is. How much was it? It was 143 ped. That's awesome. I know exactly what that is, I think. It's a little... I'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'll tell you what it is. If that's not confusing enough, it's skill. It's a little bit of skill that I had laying around that I wasn't using, that I wanted to chip out and put that money towards auction. Auction? Why do I keep on saying auction? Jesus Christ, Pig, get your head out of the fucking gutter. Damn. So, yeah, I'll just make a note when a new video is out. Be like, hey, check this out. That's what it is. And if you guys could rate them thumbs up, please rate those videos thumbs up. And I know there's someone deliberately putting a thumbs down on every one of my videos now. I piss someone off. It's not uncommon for me to do. It just happens, and I apologize if I piss you off, but sometimes I get a little defensive, I suppose. But, okay. Hey, nice videos, what's the name of the intro song? I have it somewhere. I gotta start putting it in the description. Sorry. I'll get to that. Did the math, and that's $2,800 right there. That's the 28,000 ped heart attack video where I was just like, oh my god, I blown a fucking up. Ah. Yes, it was 28,000, and I end up getting, I think it was close to 36,000 ped out of that Hoth. And it wasn't an all-time high, guys. Jesus Christ, I wish it was. We did see an all-time high this week, 90,000 ped. Ignisium, congrats to whomever had hit that. I don't remember who it was. I'm not about to go and look, so fuck you. Alright, hot damn dude, grats, hope you hit more, thank you. And that's, again, that's the Vita that I hit. Entropia Universe Beginner's Guide Part 1, like? Question mark? Maybe, was I saying like too much? I don't know. And then there was a dude, like, ripping into my auction tips Entropia Universe Part 4 video. And for a beginner, I think that video is good enough, but... Oh, okay, here's one. Being a beginner, I hang out on my seat just wondering about... he was talking about the claims that I leave, just kind of hanging around. I think this was a response to my response. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't leave the claims around. After all the videos, I go back and dig them up. So, let's see if I can find some more comments here. Hold on. Amps I use is level 5 typically. I like the level 5s. They're pretty good. Amps right now are really getting cheap. I guess it's either less people mining or, you know, just more balanced ore spawn. Deep, but you'll see D classes as low as 113%, and that's an awesome price for that. You know, 114%. Level 7s I've seen sell for 112%. Looks like level 5s are getting down near 8%, which is also excellent. So, yeah. The amps are getting really good. So what I want to ask of you guys, if you like the level 5 amp run, it seems as though you do by the likes compared to dislikes. If you could just write a comment down below, or if you guys have any more questions that I can answer in the next Mining with PigBenis video, because I'm not sure if I'm going to have too much to talk about. There's not a whole heck of a lot going on in game other than the hunting event that I've talked about already, which is the big industries, which is like 100,000 ped or $10,000 split up into 100 ped prizes, or I'm sorry, 1,000 ped prizes. So leave a comment down in the comment section below if you have any questions regarding that or anything else, or even if you would like to see another run like the level 5 run. It was actually it was really easy for me to do. It's just that towards the end there I was like talking for, oh my god, what was it, like an hour. And I'm just like, oh my god, I can't fucking talk. And I'm just dying, you know? So, but I think a lot of you liked it, and it really showed, not how easy it is, but how I go about things. I really analyze a lot of things, or a lot of areas and the efficiency before I even go out, and just to make sure that I'm going to have a successful run instead of losing. And if I do lose, I try to minimize that as best as possible. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. If you could just rate this thumbs up, that helps me out a whole heck of a lot. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I'll see you in the next vid.